So this story really begins when I was introduced to Mr. Unis, and I'm just going to make this confession. I went into my initial discussions with Carl after first making an assumed mistake. And I know for a guy my age to still be making assumptions, that's pretty embarrassing, but that's why I'm just going to admit it up front. I thought CJ was going to help me take a new look at the turnaround process and figure out what's wrong with it. And I was really in that what's wrong with it frame set. CJ and I spent about 4 months tearing the turnaround process to pieces. And in the end, we kind of came to the conclusion it couldn't be improved upon.
This is a mindset thing. So when we had our initial conversation and, we started spitballing and going back and forth, and he finally had that aha epiphany of like, whoa, okay, this systems thinking thing isn't necessarily what I had intended it to be, but it's the way that these problems integrate with each other. And that's really, really critical. Understanding the how, the why, and understanding that there are 5 foundational pillars that drive the way in which we think about these problems. Those 5 pillars are operations, infrastructure, systems, human capital, and cyber. And I assert that all of those things are connected internally, dealt with in the turnaround domain space. These are not easy problems to deal with. So you have to be always looking on the horizon as to what's going on. So what you see on the top of the slide is you've got visible and experienced, and underneath that facade is invisible and experienced. So you're talking patterns and structures and practices and spaces and interactions and behaviors and mindsets and values. And all of those things are connected. They're all connected directly or indirectly. So these problems are not easy, but we have to realize that these difficult or impossible to solve problems because of incomplete or contradictory or changing requirements that are often difficult to recognize. And again, these are things in any industry that people need to understand are not trivial problems. We have to look at, but it's almost an intuitive thing for people that have been in the business. It automatically hits them and they know what to do. Unfortunately, a lot of these problems are counterintuitive.